This is the JCB Golf and Country Club, Uttoxeter, England, and it's a beaut. Over 7,300 yards waiting to be tamed by our legends of the game. This is the 6th tournament of the 2022 Legends season, and we'll bring you daily highlights as it's played out over 54 holes. And by happy coincidence, this tournament is being hosted by Senior Golf's man of the moment. The new British Senior Open champion Darren Clarke has brought the star power.
Hall of Famers and, just legends of the game, and it's wonderful that they've decided to come and play and to show off JCB, where hopefully we'll get people to come and watch this week, and to be able to go and watch players like Vijay Singh, like John Daly, like Ernie Eales, just to name a few. But people maybe that come and watch has never seen those guys play before. It's wonderful that they've actually taken the time and put it in their schedule, their busy schedule, to come and play.
Most of the field travelled directly from the Senior Open at Gleneagles to get a feel for the place.
It's really wonderful. I mean, the conditioning is unbelievable. You can see there's been a lot of good work going into the golf course and the maintenance.
Patience, these horrible words in sport. Patience, God, we hate that word. But you've got to be around here or else you can get into serious trouble. So, all in all, good golf course, tricky but playable.
It's very playable, very challenging. If you don't hit your line off the tees, and you're going to have some problem.
Right, let's get to the action. On day one, Raymond Russell on debut, one of the early starters. Warren Humphreys is beside me.
Yes, and he'll be hoping to get off to a really good start, and that's a fine way to do it. We'll need good skills around the greens here. They're very undulating, and one man who has that for plenty, Gary Wolstenholme. Look at the speed of this.
Very nice birdie putt. This is the last year 2021 Senior Open champion Stephen Dodd. His second, his approach shot on one.
Green's very firm, not holding all that well. Very undulating, so setting up a really good birdie chance.
Well, let's have a look, shall we, at the first hole, because it's picturesque and hazardful, I think we could say.
Well, it's a pretty daunting start, isn't it, Georgie? Really, you play over water here. It's quite a wide fairway, but intimidating because you cannot afford to go left. Many players will just lay up short of this bunker at about 280. Water short of the green really won't worry them. It's just a wedge or a short iron in for most. But trying to get close to some of these flags is going to be pretty tricky.
Well, let's have a look, shall we, at Retief Goosen on the first tee. Not a driver.
Yeah, this swing hasn't changed. Rhythm is always so good with Retief. He's so strong, still maintains terrific clubhead speed.
Still a bomber, isn't he?
Yeah, carrying that 260. Clubhead speed 109, so well up there for a 3-wood.
Well, Stephen Dodd took the birdie chance on the first. A drivable par 4 the second, but he clearly opted to lay up there.
Pretty smart move because the flag at the front is pretty tricky. That's just gone down into a little swale. So he'll have a longer putt than he probably would have hoped for.
This is Retief on the first. 260 with a 3-wood off the tee. Not bad.
Plenty of loft in his hands here, so he'll be looking to pitch this well up. And it is a second shot course, and that describes it beautifully because what an approach that is by Goosen.
And Dodd with a chance to go to 2 under on just the second hole after that approach shot.
Uphill putt initially, then downhill the other side. Always tricky to get the pace right, but he was on the walk early. He loved that.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's go back, shall we, and look at Retief on the first, because this is obviously a birdie putt for him too.
And remember Shinnecock Hills, greens very quick there. He only needed 11 putts in his final round when he won that US Open, and the putting touch hasn't deserted him. Beautifully done.
Well, from one South African to another, here's James Kingston with an eagle chance on the third, winner of the Swiss Legends a few weeks back. Quite cautious putt from him.
Yeah, started with a couple of pars, so he'll be grateful to get the first birdie on the card. Interesting putting grip too. Nice pace that he knocks it in. Certainly become more confident these days with the putter in his hand.
Well, there's one of the most familiar faces here. Jose Maria Olazabal, two-time Masters winners, one of the big names here at the JCB this week, with the approach shot on this par 4 second. Oh, he's still got it, hasn't he?
Well, renowned as being a great short iron player. Chayka, though, who started with a bogey on the first, in trouble here at the second. Pretty thick roughs, are hard to control the ball coming out of the grass, especially to such firm greens, so that is a splendid shot. Always a very chirpy character, 4 times winner on the European Tour.
Now to one of the marquee groups, Vijay Singh out with Ernie Els and the host Darren Clarke. Here he is with his second at 1. Such a recognisable swing as well.
Maybe 59 years of age, but still very loose-limbed, isn't he? Lovely flowing swing.
Told me yesterday everything hurts, by the way.
Well, Goosen's hit an absolute corker of a tee shot, 337 this hole plays, chipping here for an eagle 2. Chipping uphill, could have been a little bit braver, but he should make that for his birdie.
Darren Clarke in a little trouble. Green side on the first hole, our host.
And not left himself an easy shot either. Coming out of the bunker, pitching straight onto the downslope.
What a shot.
A man in form, coming straight from his win at Glen Eagles. Now one of only 4 people to have won the Open Championship and the Senior Open.
We're back at 2. This is a birdie putt for Alex Chayka. Not bad if you think where his first shot finished. Very nice.
Well, he's made his birdie 3. Can Olazabal do likewise? Really good crowds here. They'll be willing this one in for the Spanish star. Ryder Cup captain, of course, so emotional that year. All the thoughts while he was captain were about his best friend Severiano Ballesteros.
Vijay Singh with the long putter and a birdie chance on his first hole. Squeaks past.
Yeah, it always hurts, doesn't it? No matter how often you play this game or for how long. Hate missing chances like that.
Little head shake there. Now Darren Clarke with that amazing bunker shot has set himself up for a par putt here at the first.
Always nice to see a putt go in early on, just gives you that little bit of extra confidence. Definitely birdie opportunities over the first few holes. We saw Goosen just off the edge of the green with his tee shot, makes the birdie putt. So he starts birdie. Always seems to look very happy about it, doesn't he, when he starts birdie.
And there he is. Stephen Dodd, the Welshman, and Retief Goosen up there after fast starts. Raymond Russell also going well. Now, Marcus Breer, one of the Legends Tour favourites, on the 8th here. This is his second shot. Very nice indeed.
1 bogey, 1 birdie on the card for him so far. Alex Chayka with that pretty brisk swing of his.
This is such a tricky approach shot on the 3rd. There's water below the pin, all the way down the side of the green. And that is beautifully negotiated by Alex Chayka, who will set himself up for a pretty short eagle putt, which I'm pleased to report he duly made in a little bit of rain.
Not a long putt here for Retief. to make his 4th birdie of the day on the 6th. So he's absolutely flying along.
He's not the only South African flying, by the way. Here's James Kingston on the 5th. He didn't make very many long putts today. He didn't need to, but he made that one for birdie. And by that stage, James Kingston was ahead by 1. Goosen and Emmanuel Canonica behind at 4 under par.
So Kingston now having gone out in 32, thanks to the 4 birdies on the bounce, playing his approach shot into the 11th. Did birdie the 10th as well. There's another absolutely fantastic shot. Plenty of spin, which is hard to get on these greens. They're very firm. So he's got a chance to start back with a couple of birdies on the back 9.
Retief. Par 3 9th. Huge gallery.
Now that's just a little flick with an 8 iron. Big drop down to the green, well protected by bunkers. What a brilliant shot. They're absolutely playing some corkers in this round, making a difficult course look very easy.
So here's the birdie attempt then for James Kingston after birdie on the 10th. It's back to back on 11 to go 6 under.
And that's really liked by his peers, James Kingston. But Chaka in a spot of bother here on the 9th, all downhill to the flag, so he's got to get some height with this. Gosh, it seemed to die when it hit the green, but it's just taken off, and how about that? Very nearly holed it. Another splendid shot.
He'd make par there.
Yeah, crowds out here having an absolute field day watching these players. Pretty warm and muggy. Certainly hot out there, being matched by the scoring.
So after that spectacular tee shot on 9, this is another birdie chance for Goosen to go 5 under.
Goosen out in 31. Terrific start.
Now this is the drivable par 4 12th, where if you are short, like James Kingston was, you can sometimes find yourself on the bank above the pin. However, looks like he's negotiated that with quite a lot of aplomb. Oh my goodness. I think he liked that.
You know, when it's your day, it's your day. He's just started back, birdie, birdie, eagle. Having got out in 32, no wonder he's smiling. What a way to start the back 9.
Here's our host Darren Clark on the par 3 9th.
Not an easy pin where they have placed the flag today. Front section of the green on the left, protected too by some very tall trees.
I think he liked it. Not sure. This is Stephen Dodd on 12. An eagle putt for him.
Yeah, Dodd out in 34. 3 birdies and 1 bogey on his front 9.
Little tap in birdie there. And that takes him to 4 under.
Birdie.
Clark with the chance to go to 2 under after that tee shot on the 9th. Speedy birdie putt. Doesn't miss though.
One of the key holes on the back 9 is this 12th. You can see how water comes into play down the right-hand side. Couple of bunkers protecting the front left as well. Ernie Els back on the tee. 280 yards to the middle of the green. So this just a 5-wood club for him. Now, has he drifted that a little bit too far right? Ball speed 158, club head speed 105. That given to us by Trackman. but not enough there to hold the green for Ernie, but he will be chipping for an eagle.
Well, here we have Clark on the 12th tee also. Choosing to go with a, what looks like a 3 or a 5 wood. I think he likes it.
He does now, he does now. This is
Wow.
getting better and better for Clark. So he'll have, oh, what's that, 25 feet for an eagle 2, and it's getting better all the time.
Well, Kingston, after birdie, eagle, green side here on the 13th hole in 2.
And he likes that, but he's turning away so early. I mean, he very nearly holed it. Maybe he couldn't see really deep pothole bunker there on the par 5, but he'll have a chance for another birdie.
Now here's Ernie, whose wood saw him over the back of the green at the 12th, so an eagle putt for him. Eagle chip, I should say.
And always renowned as being a great chipper. That ball well back outside his right foot, de-lofting the club face, making sure the ball came out and ran to the hole. Not hold too many putts out there so far today, Ernie. Putter misbehaving itself.
Well, here's Darren Clark, who dropped a shot at the 11th with an eagle putt, so a chance to get 1, maybe 2 back on the 12th.
If only he'd hit it a little harder. Horrible word in golf, if. But still, good 3. And going towards a par 5 on the next hole as well, so chance to get a little bit of momentum in his game.
Kingston with that fantastic bunker shot on 13th, and now a birdie putt.
That is some start to the back 9, isn't it? Birdie, birdie, eagle, birdie. And having got out in 32, gosh, I wonder what number he's thinking of.
VJ, his birdie putt on the 12th to go to 4 under. Rattled that one in.
Was walking there with a little bit of a limp. Is he looking for the sympathy vote?
He's got a bad foot.
Ernie, well, let's hope he can pop this one. He needs a little bit of good fortune. Maybe he'll go to the practice ground after the round and try out a few things with the putter. See if he can get something going. Always good to see him here playing. Won more than 70 titles worldwide.
After a par on 14, Kingston with a birdie putt on 15 converted, which means he went 6 under through 6 holes at the start of the back 9, and that took James Kingston to 10 under par. Retief Goosen and Jeev Milka Singh, his nearest competitors.
Hard to believe the scoring as we see Goosen here. Came up a little bit shy with the tee shot, chip to here. This to save his par. Well done.
Par on the 17, pretty good today. The pin's so far back.
Now to the 18th, Kingston. Really good tee shot, little 7-iron in his hand. Pin right at the back. Difficult to get at. Just under 180 yards to go. That's a big 7-iron, not quite making it up to the back tier, so he'll have a pretty tricky putt. Certainly with a lot of swing to it.
Now, a lot of our legends struggling today. 17 and 18 playing really tough. Our host Darren Clark on the tee.
Wind a little bit into their face and from the left. Big drop down to the green, and that is an absolutely belter of a tee shot to the 17th. No one has come anywhere near getting it that close.
So, can James Kingston go to 11 under par and shoot 61 in his opening round. It's a bit of an ask with the length of this birdie putt on 18.
It wouldn't be a surprise to him. He's shot a couple of 61s in his career. And he'll need that little putt to go in for a fantastic round of 62.
Vijay Singh greenside on the 17th. This is his third shot. Oh, doesn't need a putter. What a par.
Yeah, that'll make the foot feel a little bit better, won't it?
So you do listen to people sometimes.
Smiles all round there, and this is what James Kingston will hope is his final putt of the first round. A cautious, sensible 4 for James Kingston, who shoots 62, a new course record here at the JCB Golf and Country Club.
Well, I don't think anybody expected at the start of the day for someone to go round and shoot 62 on this course. That is a phenomenal score. Clark then for his 2 on 17 after that brilliant tee shot, and that's well done. Nearly looked like it might wriggle out on the right side, but he'll take it.
James Kingston's nearest challenger at the end of day one was Jeev Milkha Singh. This is a birdie putt on 15. He would go round in 64, including an eagle 3 on the 6th. Fantastic round from him. And James Kingston's round of 62 sees him sit atop the leaderboard ahead of day 2.
Once I got going, I could feel I was in control of what I was doing, you know, and I took on a few shots and they came off, and whenever I had a putt, I seemed to see the line and made a good stroke, and it seemed to go in.
More bumper crowds are expected over the weekend here. We'll have more highlights tomorrow on this channel. If you need more regular updates, our social media at EU Legends Tour and at our website legendstour.com.